Hey everybody, it's Jake Tapper from CNN State of the Union and factcheck.org, and we're going to take a look right now at some statements made at the third and final presidential debate and see how closely the statements hew to the facts. All right? Ready? Here's statement number one.
The problem is you talk, but you don't get anything done, Hillary. You don't. Just like when you ran the State Department, $6 billion was missing. How do you miss $6 billion? You ran the State Department. $6 billion was either stolen, they don't know. It's gone. $6 billion.
Is that true? Did $6 billion go missing from State Department coffers when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State? No, that's not true. Trump's claim is based on the fact that in March 2014, the State Department's Office of the Inspector General reported that in the previous 6 years, the State Department had failed to maintain the complete records of more than $6 billion in government contracts. But the Inspector General, Steve Linick, explained in the Washington Post back then that the records went missing, not the money. Not exactly a ringing endorsement of State Department accountability, but it is not true that $6 billion went missing. All right, let's go to statement number two.
He held a number of big rallies where he said that he could not possibly have done those things to those women because they were not attractive enough for
I did not
them
say
to be
that.
assaulted.
I did not say that.
Is that true? Did Trump not say that? Well, he didn't use those words, but he certainly seemed to be suggesting that the women were not attractive enough for him to have pursued and sexually assaulted. Take a listen to what he said about Natasha Stoynoff, the People magazine writer who has an allegation of sexual assault against Trump.
Take a look. Look at her words. You tell me what you think. I don't think so.
Look at her, he said. Now take a listen to what Trump had to say about Jessica Leeds, the woman who claims that Trump mauled her in first class on an airplane in 1979.
Believe me, she would not be my first choice, that I can tell you. Man, you don't know. That would not be my first choice.
Now, CNN has not independently verified that these events actually took place, and Donald Trump insists that they did not, even though there are contemporaneous individuals who say that they were told about the assaults in many cases. But that said, the question being, did Donald Trump suggest that some of these women were not attractive enough for him to have pursued in such a way? Yes, he did suggest that. So Donald Trump's denial is false. Okay, on to statement number three. Here's Secretary Clinton talking about her tax and spending proposals.
I also will not add a penny to the debt. I have costed out what I'm going to do.
Is that true? Will Hillary Clinton's proposals not add 1 penny to the debt? Well, not according to experts. According to the nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, Clinton's tax and spending proposals would add nearly $200 billion to the nation's debt over the next decade. Now, it should be added that Clinton's tax and spending proposals would add far less to the national debt than Donald Trump's proposals. He would add 26 times as much, according to experts. But the $200 billion that these experts say Hillary Clinton's plans would add to the national debt, that is not zero. That is more than a penny. So that claim we rate false. Now here's the fourth statement.
He will, through his massive tax cuts, add $20 trillion to the debt.
Is that true? Would Trump's proposals add $20 trillion to the national debt? Budget experts say that's quite misleading. That's because Clinton is using a 20-year projected estimate of the impact of Trump's tax plan from the Tax Policy Center, when such estimates are usually done for 10 years. When experts at the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget looked at the totality of Trump's tax and spending proposals over 10 years, the standard period used in budgeting, they found that Donald Trump would add $5.3 trillion to the debt, considerably less than the $20 trillion figure used by Clinton. A reminder to all you politicians out there, especially in the home stretch, you are perfectly entitled to your own opinions, not to your own facts. I'm Jake Tapper for CNN State of the Union and factcheck.org.